Okay, so this is, we're going to start from scratch, creating the 3D drawing using SketchUp of the crate, and we're going to use this, which is now in your OneNote. We're going to use this, and hopefully you have clicked on this link, which is this one here, and you've gone to the SketchUp link and you've installed SketchUp if you haven't already got SketchUp. Or if that link doesn't work, then you can simply Google SketchUp for education and install it that way, whether you've got a Windows or a Mac version. Alright, so let's get into it. Let's open up SketchUp. So I'm going to go down here to SketchUp and choose this one. And it starts out with what do you want to do? There are some templates, so we're going to choose a template, and what we're going to choose, usually it's that one there in feet and inches. We want to work in millimeters, and we want to do an architectural design, so we choose that one, so not the one with inches but the one with millimeters, and we choose start using SketchUp. And what you'll notice straight away is this weird little guy. If you click on him, you can press delete on your keyboard to remove him, so he's out of the road. And you don't have many tools, and so what we're going to do is we're going to add some tools in there. So if we go to view and we choose toolbars, we get this big list of types of tools that we can have. I like to use the large toolbox set, and it comes over the side here with all the varying different types of tools. But we are doing a very basic one, so I'll be mainly working at the top, but that's just in case you want to do something extra. Okay. Now, what we need to do in this lesson is start off working in the front view, so we can draw our crate, and you can see that our front view is this one here. That's our right side view, and this is our top view, and of course that's our three-dimensional view. And we're going to have to work in these dimensions, so you'll see that we have three pieces. Two are 67 millimeters thick, and one is wide, and 32 millimeters wide, and they're 12 mil thick by 300. So the first thing we're going to do is change our view so we can see the front view, and we're going to work in the front view first of all. The way that we do that is that we go to camera, and I like to say parallel projection. I don't like to work in perspective, and you can see that it's in perspective because these lines are not really what they find, and if I click this, you see that they change when I do parallel projection. I'm also going to do the standard views. I go up to camera and choose standard views, and I choose the front view, and I'm going to work from the front view. This tool here allows me to pan around and move my location, and you'll see down here there's measurements, and we're going to be working in this one, and I'll be explaining a lot about that. So the first thing we want to do is we want to draw this here, this first one here, which is the front face of the first piece of timber, which is 300 by 67. Well, how do we do that? We can actually put in those dimensions into SketchUp. So if I choose the rectangle tool, you can see I can choose a whole heap of ones, but I'm just going to choose the rectangle tool. And you'll see that if I go down here, right at the corner of my pen, my pen does say the origin, and if I click there with my left mouse button, and you may have heard me click then, I can start to draw. Now what you will notice is over here, the dimensions are there, and as soon as if I start typing, I can actually start typing the dimensions that I want. So I want 300, if you have a look down there, you can see this is what I'm typing, 300 by 67, and I end up with a piece like that, and whoa, it's really tiny. But if I click this button up here, it then makes it so that I can see it. So there's my first piece, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to draw the gap, but I'm going to use a actual piece of an actual rectangle. So if I click this again, and if I go there and I start going up, you'll notice that the gap is going to be 12 mil thick. So you can see over here it says very closely, what have I done there? You can see that I'm drawing this piece, and you can see there's 12 mil. It's a bit hard to see, it's a bit blurry, but I can now do that. So what I'll do is I'll do that, all right, and you can see that I can go 300 if you look down where it says dimensions, and then by 12 I now have that one as well. The next one is 32 millimeters by 300. So if I go up here, I click on that endpoint and I go across here like this, I can type 300 by 32 millimeters and I end up with that. Now I want to be able to see all that, so I move it down again. Just a reminder that this piece here doesn't exist at the moment, and I'm going to show you what to do and how to fix that. I'm just going to use the pan tool just to pull down this bit, and I'm going to have to draw another gap. So I'll go here, across here, 300, comma, 12. I may not have mentioned that before, but it's a comma to get that size. Then I need another piece, which is 300, comma, 67. And I have all my pieces. If we zoom out again, you can see my pieces there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this gap. So I highlight it, I use the arrow, I highlight it and press delete. I use the arrow and press delete there again. I need to get this little piece. You can't see that, but I'm deleting that little piece. It's just on the access point, and I delete that piece as well so that they don't exist. Now, what I have, if I use this spiral tool, I just have just the front faces of that box drawn. So I actually have that in, well, 2D, and I'm going to make it 3D. And I use this tool up here. This is called the push-pull tool. And what I do, when I click it, you'll notice we get some, oh, I didn't get it. Normally you get little instructions and some advice over here, but I didn't get it, and I don't know why. But maybe in the next video I will actually show you what to do. I can't see it there anywhere. Entity, materials, layers, scenes. Normally you get like a little view where it shows you the instructions. Alright, so I'll just try view, animation, settings. Oops, I missed it. I'm wasting time on this video, but oh no, I didn't get it. Anyway, you probably will have the instructions over there which says this is how you use the push-pull tool. You click on a surface and I can push it. You can see I can push it backwards and forwards. Now you can also tell it how thick it's going to be. Now our pieces of timber are 12, so I'm going to type 12 and you'll have a look in the distance, it will say that, and then I have that piece. I'm going to do that to this one, push 12, push 12, and I have those. Now we'll just check something. Oh, these are solid. Now sometimes these pieces aren't solid, they're actually hollow. And what you can do is just simply draw from this point to this point and it will fill that solid piece in. I've been fortunate today. It'll happen, I know. I've been fortunate today that that is actually what my pieces look like. Okay, I'm going to stop this video because I don't want them to be too huge on my hard drive. I'm going to upload this one to YouTube, and then we're going to draw the sides, which is in this diagram. You can see that our sides are this one over here, which actually will have a line there showing what that looks like. I'm just going to move over a bit, and you can see I'm going to draw those sides, and those sides are 170 millimeters wide. Okay, so I'm going to stop this video and we'll start up with sides in the next one.